Alright, this is another part of the video here. Managed to get this front panel here open, where I could be able to change the light and look on the back side of this key set here. I found one thing that's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt to deal with. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to go about doing it, but for some odd reason, this piece right here that's supporting the top of where the keys are going to sit for the jukebox, it's quite warped right here in the middle. It's kind of hard to notice, but if you have a keen eye, you might see a little bit of a warpage where it's kind of bending down in the middle. You maybe kind of see it there. But you'll really see it when this door comes up. So when you bring the door up right here, you can see it right here, it lips itself. You can see on the edge here, there's still quite a bit of a gap on this corner and on this corner. But as soon as you get towards the middle here, it overlaps, if you notice. So this center piece right here is warped. Like it's been pushed down quite a bit. And I managed to clean the little plastic that's sitting right here. This little plastic green piece. I cleaned that up with some Lysol, and it's got a nice green color shooting down on there, so at least that's in pretty good shape. And I found out that one of the relays that controls the selection light right here actually works. So I'll show you here in a second. I had the manual trip it to get it to work, but so you can see, the selection light does work. So, as for this thing actually trying to select, I have no idea. And even when I push the keys down, I get a click, but that's pretty much about it. So, I don't get no scan of the mechanism down below at all. And I'm going to be showing the backstops later that I cleaned up for this thing here. I still got to replace one of the springs, which I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to go about doing it. So, I know there's some websites that show you can actually figure out how to measure your spring by its tension or whatever, and type of material it's using. Which, the majority of the springs I think made back in the day were all mainly cold roll steel and not much of stainless, like they do nowadays. And stainless is too stiff. But since I don't got the backstops, I can easily, freely move this thing now. It still won't go in the other direction, so I think it's something else has to be stopping it. But I know I can actually move I can move the carousel freely. You can really get a glimpse at the condition of this thing. And it's pretty nasty all the way around. And since I know the turntable motor actually works, it constantly stays on. You can possibly notice the thing is still running here, I think. Yeah, it's constantly running here, so. I'm going to show you the condition of the keys in close-up here. In a close-up view. The light might reflect too much on the camera, but you can kind of see that there's a little bit of rust on there. There's quite a bit of rust around here, around this section, especially about right here. I sprayed a bunch of WD-40 on here, so it doesn't look at. So hopefully that might work a little bit. I would put some PB Blast on there, but I don't have any over here now because I think it ran out. But and there's all the keys. And for the door, this front, there's this key here, and there's this one here on this side. So, lift both of those up, and then you'll be able to lift this door. But since this thing is kind of warped, I kind of had to put like a screwdriver right here just to lift this up enough where I can get this over it. But that's where I'm at so far. Alrighty, I got the back stops all put back in. As you can see, I went and cleaned them up and got them loose, so everything is all good now. This one here still has the original spring on it, which still has good tension on it, so I'm going to keep that exactly the way it is. So the other one's on the other side, which was the worst one here. Let's see if I can get to it here. This is going to be really pain because I got this thing in such an awkward position here. Let's see. Can I see you? There you are. Yeah, it's kind of hard to notice, but there's the other backstop right there. And I got a brand new spring attached to that right out in there. You can somewhat see it. It's right there where my light's pointing. There's the new spring that's attached. So then I got that brand new from Menards, and I got this thing finally loosened up, so that way it's now good now. Alrighty, I just wanted to show this part here because I mentioned it before and I forgot to record it before. So on to the new section of the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Clouded Tank. I'm on a different camera right now, so I'm gonna probably do this in a as the from now on series. But for the Seabird stereo unit, that's still gonna be on my old camera. But I'm gonna start this series. Start out some more series on the Wurlitzer 3210 on this new camera, and I'll get more into detail on that part. But anyways, on to the video. Okay, I had to stop something before the freaking camera starts picking crap up. But anyways, I managed to do a little bit more work. I didn't really do much whatsoever. But anyway, I managed to get somewhere on this jukebox. I got at least some of it up to alive, so there is something working. Everything is still gummed up, still got rust on it, of course. Like on the mechanism itself, there's still a bit of rust up there. Still got a bit of work to do. I got this wire that's coming off the key section here. There's nothing on the wire diagram that shows that this wire is supposed to exist. Because, see if I'm looking at the right page here now. Here. You can see there's a 12-pin connection here, which is this one right here, this 12-pin connector. There's absolutely no indication if anything is supposed to come off of that whatsoever. It's supposed to just come straight from here, straight to the selection box, or amplifier as one would say. Let's see, this is socket number 2, which is this socket right here. There's absolutely no indication that it's supposed to be another connector whatsoever. So, I got these off one of the manuals, which I did have my original manual for this somewhere, but I can't remember what I did with it. But anyway, for when I'm looking at this whole section right here, I don't have to worry about that whatsoever. Or the LP section, which is this section over here. This is completely worthless because I don't have neither one of those. The only thing I have to look at for this wire diagram is this part right here is the electrical circuit, which that is working just fine. Even though I did move the plug accidentally at one point, and it seems like there's a loose connection, so I'm going to have to fix that little problem. This right here is for the key section. It's funny how it's got a capacitor that's sitting right here on the counter. Just says 22 microfarads, but doesn't specify the volts. And also this 0.1 microfarad capacitor on the other side as well, which that's shown on here. Alright, so the light's kind of blinding, but here is the 0.02. God dang it. There's the 0.22 microfarad capacitor here that goes to the counter here, and this is that 0.1 capacitor. Like I said, they don't have voltages written on here. This cap, the only thing it's got sitting on here is 20% on here, which that's the only thing it reads. I'll see if I can zoom in on it. You can see That's literally what it says, plus or minus 20%, which I don't understand exactly what that is, so I might ask another YouTuber to see if they can check to see what's the capacitor is supposed to be. But I know I got a lot of those I gotta replace still, anyway. Like, on the bottom, it's still underneath the carousel here. The main unit that's gonna select the whole thing. Since the 10 series of these models, which I looked up, there's probably about 4 of these that's like this design that use this part as its main junction box. For the other ones, like the 200 selection jukebox, the 3200, it's got the this whole thing in a separate unit, and plus it's bigger, so this is not part of it. But anything that's like the 10 series, like the 3110, 3210, which is this right here, I think it was a 3310 and a 3410, that all have that box, I'm assuming. So, but I know these first 2 models definitely do. Yeah, right now I gotten. But anyways, eventually I will try to get this thing off. I'm gonna have to get all this old chrome off. It's bubbled and destroyed. I still want to get a lot of these keys. I still want to get these keys remanufactured, but because I don't want to buy the brand new ones, because the brand new ones are just too expensive, and there's a lot of these that's gonna have to be replaced. Because a lot of these are all cracked and destroyed, so it's bad enough. I'm gonna have to take this whole thing apart just to get the keys to work. But I'll show you exactly what I got here that's going on. So I'm gonna try my best to trip a pin in the right spot here when I need this. Alright, I just need to move this here so I can get it out of the way. I'm gonna trip this pin. See, it actually rotates finally. So, and I had to adjust one of the back stops because it wasn't lined up correctly. So you gotta make sure you line your stuff up. When you take the back stops off, which is the little clips on the bottom, these little guys here, make sure you got these adjusted correctly in case if your carousel does not line up. You can adjust those. There's 2 screws on the bottom. Just adjust it to its right spot where that arm does not catch on the carousel, in case if you have an inner problem or something. Anyways, right now the switch that's supposed to operate the mechanism, when it's finally found its selection, doesn't trip because it's gummed the heck up. So it's gummed up so bad I had to push it manually. So give me a look in here and I'll get it up and gone for you. Actually functioning like it should. No problem whatsoever. There is a little bit of intermission with the motor itself. I'm gonna have to eject that before YouTube starts having a hissy fit. Okay, but anyways, there's a little bit of flutter that's going on with the motor, so I'm thinking it might be some bad spots in the belts itself. Not too sure. And there could be also a lot of dirt, and of course, a lot of dirt, as you can probably notice. I mean, so you can see that? Yeah. You can see on how filthy that thing is. It is just nasty. It's all the years of dust, smoke, gunk, and all that. It's bad enough that the poor toner got wet, and you can see there's a lot of distortion on that. That's going to have to be cleaned up, and there's a dead spider there, obviously.